Are you a meat lover as I am? Do you crave a juicy steak or a thick, succulent piece of prime rib? Do you long for it and dream about it at night? Come along with me on a journey to downtown Las Vegas, where we found a prime rib lover's fantasy come true, at prices which will make you think you've traveled back in time. We're at the Main Street Station in the newly revitalized old downtown section of Vegas, where everything old is new again. Right now, Main Street Station is the only downtown hotel that offers an all-you-can-eat buffet. The hotel itself is a beautiful piece of history. It's called the Jewel of downtown Las Vegas. One step inside and you can see it's a well-deserved moniker. Through the years, this property has had many owners and developers. Fortunately, all of them managed to maintain its richly decorated interior and preserve its pristine antiquity. Though this buffet has been around for many years, it's recently been revived by adding prime rib on Friday and Saturday nights starting at 4 p.m. It's long been famous for its Hawaiian-inspired dishes. Las Vegas is known as the ninth island since so many of our inhabitants are Hawaiian. Outside of Hawaii, Vegas has the largest population of Hawaiians in the country. Also, over 300,000 islanders visit Vegas every year. Main Street Station markets itself as a destination spot for Hawaiians, so you'd expect the Hawaiian food to be pretty good. But prime rib? Let's see. And oh, by the way, I have a great tip on how to save money, so stay tuned until the end. Let's start with a little journey to show you what's available, and then let's taste some things and see what we think. Here we have the Mexican station. Nacho cheese, enchiladas, fajitas, charro beans, Mexican corn, pork chili verde, Spanish rice, taco fillings, refried beans, salsa, taco fixins, tortilla chips, and finally taco shells. Now in Asian section, we got several different types of sauces, egg rolls, lo mein, stir-fried vegetables, sweet and sour chicken, fried rice, pickled cucumbers, Hawaiian macaroni salad, kimchi, Hawaiian stew, kalua pork and bao, Hawaiian roast chicken, mahi-mahi, and white steamed rice. Now there is this miscellaneous section: yams, green beans, pineapple baked beans, fried chicken, fish, and stuffing. Now a European section with beef bourguignon, red sauce, Alfredo sauce, penne pasta, meatballs and sausage and peppers, linguine pasta, and now a number of assorted pizzas, pepperoni, Hawaiian, and meat lovers. We have fried shrimp, clams, corn and carrots, yet another fish, and au gratin potatoes. Now a second miscellaneous area: steamed broccoli, roasted chicken, mashed potatoes, and barbecued ribs. Finally, we had assorted fruits and a salad bar. So let's head back to the table and see what we think. I started with the pork verde. Not a fan of this. It was way overcooked. The taco is actually very good for this type of Americanized version. The meat is flavorful and the pico de gallo is great. I like this taco and I'd definitely get it again. The enchilada has authentic flavor as well. The shredded beef is well seasoned and the sauce on top tastes like it may be homemade. The fried rice is okay. Well, at least they tried. It's not great, but it's pretty good. The charro beans are bland and unexciting. The stuffing was just plain mush. The yam is good, but you don't need to come to a buffet to get yams. And avoid the beans. They're clearly from a can. On the next plate, I had the lo mein. It was not good. No taste whatsoever. The noodles were bland, a little overcooked, and overall, the dish was under-seasoned in the extreme. Sweet and sour chicken, thigh meat, was tough and sinewy. The flavor was good, it's nicely fried, and the sauce is good. It's too bad it wasn't made with breast meat though. The egg roll is very good, and I love the spicy sweet and sour sauce. I could eat that all day. And then there was the stew. I guess I would say it was interesting. It was way overcooked, but reminded me more of a Campbell's beef soup in flavor. On this plate, I had the fried shrimp. It was very good, crispy, moist, tender shrimp inside. It was great with the sweet and sour sauce also. The fried chicken, oh my God, this is just like you would find in a grocery store. And as far as I'm concerned, that's not a good thing. This teriyaki chicken's very good. There are a lot of flavors going on here. I love the green onions on it. Very nice touch. I like the mashed potatoes. They were good. I really love the au gratin potatoes. Nice and cheesy, and I think they're made fresh here. Very delicious. Here, I have a number of their Hawaiian offerings. It was the best of times, the worst of times. The Kalua pork, very good. Slow roasted pork with hints of sweetness, umami, and just a touch of spice. And they successfully infused the seasoning throughout the pork. And I wasn't the only one loving this dish. I overheard a number of people at the buffet raving about it as they went up for seconds and thirds. And I'm a big cabbage fan. Here it worked perfectly with the pork. Reminded me of a deconstructed stuffed cabbage, Hawaiian style. As for the Hawaiian roasted chicken, I'm sorry to say this was nearly inedible. It was dry, sinewy, despite being drenched in sauce, had almost no flavor to it. Possibly the worst item I had at this buffet. And I say possibly because I next had the mahi. It was really bad. It's usually one of my favorite fish, but this was rubbery, fishy, as I say, maybe the worst fish I've ever tasted at a buffet. But then there was the bao. Bao is one of those dishes appearing more and more on buffet lines. I'm not complaining. I think it's excellent buffet fare. The bao here was light and fluffy, and the chow shu pork filling was delicious. It has intense Chinese 5-spice and pineapple flavors. I loved it. The pizza was nothing to write home about. The crust was underdone and doughy, the sauce was bland, but no loss. Pizza just fills you up and should be avoided at these buffets. As for the rib, it's alright for a buffet-style rib. It was meaty and well seasoned. I was surprised the pasta was pretty good. The noodles were al dente, and the sauce tasted homemade and was bursting with flavor. I'm liking the meatballs for a buffet. I enjoyed them. I see they have sausage and peppers cut up and fresh steamed clams to put over the pasta if you like. I did try the clams on their own, and they're delicious. Fresh steamed and lots of garlic. Alright, finally to the prime rib. First, we need to point out that they'll cut you a piece as thick as you like, and they'll also gladly place it on the grill if you'd like your meat prepared more well done. The star of this dish is the wonderful rib cap, full of flavor, tender, and fatty. The inner portion was not quite as good as the end cap. It was rare, just the way I like it, yes, but somewhat dense, and not what I would call melt-in-your-mouth tender. The flavors didn't infuse into the whole roast, so the inner portion was also somewhat under-seasoned. But with the addition of the au jus, their spicy prepared horseradish and creamy horseradish, I gleefully devoured several pieces of prime rib and consumed an amount that would cost at least $100 at other Vegas restaurants. All in all, the prime rib was good, and I enjoyed it very much. There wasn't that fantastic crusty outer rim, but the end cap was super tender, fatty, and very satisfying to we prime rib lovers. I could eat that end cap all day long. Finally, it's time for the desserts. The macaroon is very good, full of flavor. Whoever made these knew what they were doing. It's Jewish deli good, moist inside, and very vanilla-ish and almost creamy. Pineapple upside down cake was not the worst I've ever had, but for sure, not very memorable. Carrot cake, well made. It had the right amount of cinnamon, spice, and everything nice. Little shreds of carrots and bits of raisins and walnuts. Cream cheese frosting was delicious as well. This cookie is a little, well, let's just say firm. It's probably seen more than one buffet in its lifetime. Today will be its last. Cheesecake is good, creamy and well made. Mousse cake is okay, as is the lemon cake. Blueberry muffin is dry, not very good. However, the chocolate one is tasty and moist. And then the bread pudding, definitely the highlight of the desserts. Really wonderfully made, so rich and decadent. I love the flavor imparted from the egg, vanilla, and caramel. It was great. So, in conclusion, clearly the star of this buffet is the prime rib. But there are a number of other dishes here which were also very enjoyable. Is the prime rib as good as the Win, Bacchanal, or South Point? No, it's more in line with the Jerry's Nugget or Ellis Island. That being said, it's really not fair to compare the prime rib here to the Win or the Bacchanal, as those buffets will run you over double the cost. It's important to keep things in perspective with regard to expense. This weekend, we went to a local fast food burger joint. We each had 2 burgers to go. No fries, no drink, no service, just 4 burgers. It came to $30, so $15 per person. I would gladly instead have gone to Main Street Station and had all-you-could-eat prime rib for just $32 a person, with all the mashed potatoes or tacos or several other items that were decent. Really, even when compared to the great deal for prime rib at South Point, there's little else to eat at South Point for $25 per person. Given the other items you can find at Main Street Station, the $32 per person may be an even better deal than South Point, and definitely so if you're looking for more than just prime rib. If you're staying in the old downtown section or even the modern day strip, Main Street Station is also much closer than South Point and has a beautiful interior. Finally, for our money-saving tip, parking at Main Street Station is free for 3 hours if you're eating at the buffet. So, all in all, the buffet at Main Street Station is a pretty good deal. I know we're all guilty of watching videos on YouTube and not subscribing. As a reminder, it's free to subscribe, and it really helps us bring you more videos. So please like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notifications bell. It means a lot to us. Until we eat again, bon appetit.